Hey Charlie, I hope you don't mind. I'm just making you a quick video, mate. Aaron and I really appreciate your indicator, bro. It's helped us a lot, and we didn't even know that we could use custom indicators with the screener. Like I said, that was a revelation. So thanks for letting us know that, bro. I wanted to ask you if you've got time, mate, and if not, it's all good. We basically want to also add the how can I say this? More of like an entry criteria. Because this, basically, the TPM candles is telling you, hopefully, you're going to get a second, a third, fourth candle in the sequence, and then we want to hunt the wick of that higher time frame. The problem with, I think some of the new people in the Discord don't know how to hunt the entry. So again, only if you have time, mate, but I'm just going to make this video as like a brief to tell you what we're thinking, and if you see it valuable, maybe you can help us out. That would be huge. So yeah, all we want to catch is daily or weekly wicks. So once you've had a daily higher time frame confirming, I'm just going to give you the long example, the TPM, and I'll just mark up each of these days. They're already marked up because I've got the daily open price levels. We want to pair it up with an indicator that I've coded to alert on the 30-minute. It should be telling people that you're catching the bottom wick of a daily candle. So I'm going to turn on that indicator, and I can send you basically that code as well. So you can see that once the filter for the bias, your higher time frame TPM candles on the daily is telling you we're only looking for these blue tags. All it is 30-minute wave under and it's dotting. 30-minute wave under and it's dotting. It tells people to start looking for that entry, which is a higher low in an uptrend according to our course, but you would be catching the bottom wick of the daily candle. I think a lot of people have a problem with knowing how to enter, and we all know that they can do the time saver entry. If that was a bullish candle, they could have just done the time saver entry. They could have hoped for the 50% or 618 retracement. But if people want to be more aggressive with their stops, we're just thinking if we can add this to the screener, bro, it would be huge. I just don't know how you would pair up a higher time frame and a lower time frame. I've seen a Lux Algo indicator where they do both, where you can say, if this is a daily bullish TPM turning point candle, look for these 30-minute tags. And I basically don't alert us to any of these short tags, but in the screener, you'll know, it will say UJ, basically like a D15 is ready, D15 is getting ready. And then people can choose how they want to enter. That's up to them, but they know it's getting ready basically. And there's only two time frames that we want to hunt, is either catching that daily wick or the weekly wick. So that was the daily example. I'll just give you the weekly example. You can already see I've put it out there, is going to be 2 hour. I'm only looking back 2 candles on or 2 tags on your indicator, but this is a weekly bullish TPM turning point candle. And then on my indicator, if we had the 2 hour, it would tell you that you're catching potentially the bottom wick of a weekly candle. So all it is, 2 hour wave is under and it's dotting. So people can start to consider that this is the bottom wick on a weekly candle, start to consider potentially bottom wick on a weekly candle. But none of these will alert. You won't get all of these situations alerting to you either. So yeah, mate, I don't know how much work this will be if it's something you're interested in, but if the screener can basically look at the bias, you've had a bullish weekly candle close, the TPM turning point candle, but then we'll just get like from the next week on this bullish candle, you're catching that bottom wick, and the screen is telling you every time you get this blue ping, you're potentially entering at the bottom wick of a weekly candle. So right now, the indicator's only telling people like the weekly's bullish, but it's not giving them an entry. And I know it's, people have to be accountable and do that work on their own. I just think this would be an extra time saver and value add for people who want to, like I say, have a tighter stop, because the time saver entry on this would be, that would be your entry basically, right? The open of the week, and you're swinging that. Maybe, I don't know if that was a 50% retracement. We can say maybe it was. The 618 probably didn't hit on that week. But if you're getting these alerts, basically the safest entry is, and people can decide for themselves, but once this wave is crossing zero, like the bottom wick should be in. And this is letting you know that it's getting ready. It's getting ready, like the wick is basically there, and you can get a tighter entry. So yeah, mate, sorry if that was like really long-winded, but just let me know if it's something you're interested in, mate, because I think it will add a lot of value now that we know that we can use custom indicators on the screener. Like, that would be huge to have that combination. I do know the Pine script is very finicky as well in terms of looking at multi-time frame alignments. So if that's going to be an issue, mate, I totally understand. A lot of people have told me that, but I appreciate you taking the time to look at it either way, mate. Cheers.